but we're covering all aspects: food, energy, housing, education, for-profit, nonprofit business creation. We've open sourced how we set up our nonprofit organization. We're open sourcing our tax process. We're open sourcing everything from growing in ground to hoop houses to sustainable food infrastructure that can be built anywhere in the world, as well as the housing. The education model, open source education model, has 8 different components that cover everything from breaking down and identifying the new paradigm education models that are out there and the key components to those, and integrating all those into individual lesson plans. It's all designed so that people can take it and use it in the way that they want, and so that people can participate and make it better. And so we're
which would be the ground of being upon which conscious communities can legitimately manifest for the first time in history. What I mean by that is very simple. The existing models that have been exploring, like Damanhur and Findhorn and so on, and very courageously so, have been pioneers in these ventures, they are still indentured to the state and to the crown. This is a very important distinction to
and I really mean it, that I really think we're here on earth to learn how to love, to master love at all levels. And to me, intentional communities embody that.
All right, hey everybody. So I came across this group here called One Community Global, and it's a pretty interesting group. I heard about it from the Thrive movement. Foster Gamble had somebody on from this group, and just this group is about changing the world. If we see right here, they have sustainable world development, projecting our first 5 years of global contribution and transformation. Okay, so it says the One Community is facilitating the evolution of our planet and our species to sustainable living and creating for the highest good of all. Our path to accomplish this is to inspire people with a working model. This model is designed for widespread appeal by being affordable, applicable across a diversity of cultures, easily accessible, created so that the people with average knowledge and little or no experience can duplicate it, and with a marketing engine capable of exposing enough people to build the necessary momentum for it to continue on its own. We see this as having the ability to create a new golden age of cooperation, collaboration, innovation, creativity, sustainable living, and increased happiness for everyone and everything on this planet. This page divides our timeline and goals into the following sections. Our community's first and second year, 5 to 10 year, what we will ultimately accomplish, summary. Okay? So, if we just check out this group, here's the About Us page. Everybody with their hands together around the world. And so we can see here what they're creating. They have the food, the energy, the society. They have all the plans and maps out here. Why the One Community is creating this. Their visions and values, their 4-phase global strategy, the highest good of all. Okay, so here let's check this out. Their global strategy. Phase 3, inviting the world to participate. Phase 4, universal appeal and global expansion. Okay, so let's check this. Let's go down to the 3rd and the 4th. Spreading global sustainability, our One Community's 4-phase strategy. Okay, let's check 3. Everything we are an open source project launch blueprinting is designed to invite the world to participate by duplicating it as either individual components or complete teacher demonstration communities, villages, and cities that will be able to be built almost anywhere in the world. Additionally, people can join One Community as members, consultants, and or partners, or use the suggestion links in our open source project launch blueprinting hubs to help with the design, implementation, and evolution process. scholarships, weekend learning, and work crews and tourism will be the foundations of one community, since we have sufficient infrastructure to place to support these options. And then 4, universal appeal and global expansion. As one community continues evolving and establishing ourselves, everything we are doing is created and promoting the engine to increasingly inspire people with the concept of open source and sustainable living for the highest good of all. We are doing this to create mainstream appeal, and our path to achieving this appeal is demonstrating a happier, more affordable, and ecologically friendly model of living that can be built anywhere in the world. Open source project launch blueprinting. Okay. Is how we believe the model will spread, and possibly most importantly that it will predictably spread even faster in the areas where it's needed most, because building restrictions, the cost of land and material costs are in most cases lower in these areas. Summary. We are taking technology that exists to live, create for the higher good of all, and building a bridge between idealism and pragmatism with the solution creating model that creates additional solution creating models. We are calling it one community and founding it on what we feel most people will consider a more fulfilled and enriched life experience. Open source project launch blueprinting, a free sharing of everything so people can duplicate it or evolve it whatever they desire. We believe if we make one community appeal strong enough, affordable and easy to duplicate, and well known enough, then this idea will spread and duplicate and diversify itself until we reach the necessary tipping point in the participation of humanity that will lead our entire species to a new golden age of cooperation, collaboration, innovation, creativity, sustainability, and increased peace and happiness for all people. Okay, that's their plan, all right? Here's their pledge right here about, you can check their overview, their team, their self-replicating solutions, their open source foundations. They have philosophy, food, energy, housing, society, education, economic stewardship, city center. Let's just check out their food. What do they got to say about their food? They're covering all bases, aren't they? Highest good food infrastructure, okay? People producing their own high quality food and diverse food is a path to increasing health, okay? As part of one community, self-replicated and self-sufficient teacher demonstration community, villages, and cities, okay? So they have all this, all right? Let's go back here and check out their frequently asked questions, okay? So this seems like this group is coming together to create a model of communities that people can replicate and can do on themselves. Okay, it says here, frequently answered questions. How many people do you expect to participate over the first 5 to 10 years to accomplish these goals? Tens of thousands will participate through visiting hands-on learning opportunities and or living at one community. Millions will participate by accessing and engaging our open source content. Okay, what if it takes longer to achieve your goals? It will not affect our global transformation approach or goals. If it takes longer to create community, we will still achieve it by becoming the #1 provider of open source sustainability information within the first 6 months of living on the property. And our model is designed with sufficient additional funding and time built into allowing us to succeed our goals. Let's check out what the property is. So this community is their property, okay? One community has identified the property capable of supporting our world-changing vision, and they're in the process of getting funds to purchase it. Until we own the property, we are not disclosing the location outside any one of the Pioneer team, okay? Their property has tons of trees, tons of wildlife, world-class beauty, hundreds of acres, okay? And it goes on, lots of water, diverse. So it looks like they're trying to build a community that they can replicate and can spread. Here we have the overview of their team, ways to help, purpose, vision, and mission, open source and free shared global sustainable strategy, for the highest good of all, highest good food, highest good energy, housing, education, economic, society, city center, and it just goes on and on and on. Okay? Ways people can help up here. Open source foundations, our pledge. They're about their sitemap, their overview. So let's check out what their pledge is. Our pledge, okay. The One Community Highest Good at All pledge is 14 core values and 46 questions we use as our foundation for facilitating a global shift to a world that works for everyone. Click these icons for a complete page on each value, okay? So this is for the complete page. Love and connection, honesty and integrity, sustainability, diversity, communication, open source, contribution, consensus, fulfilled living, community, freedom, personal growth. Why a pledge, okay? And here's their pledge down here. The One Community Pledge. As members of one community and being the change we wish to see in the world, we pledge to do our best and give and receive feedback of practicing one community's definition and application of the following values and associated question: the highest good of all, open source progress, communication, community, consensus decision making, contribution. Everybody will get 40 hours a week when they're on the property, 5 hours a week before they get on the property. Diversity, okay, freedom, fulfilled living, honesty and integrity. And so a person could just go through this website forever, and it just keeps on going. Frequently asked questions. You know, what are one community's top values? Our highest value is living, creating for the highest good of all, to serve as a model that works for everyone. You know, and then how do you know what is the highest good of all? How do you resolve conflicts or disagreements about one community? Why a pledge? What if I think a different pledge would be better? Where can I get more information about your philosophies for world change? And here's more buttons. Purpose, mission, vision, and values. Highest good society. So they're trying to change the world, okay? And I saw the talk that they were having. They were working with the Thrive movement, with Foster Gamble, and they were working with Sasha Stone from the New Earth Nation. Okay, and as we know, the New Earth Nation, they already have hundreds of communities and countries that are linked up with them. And the New Earth Nation is linked with the Tesla Institute, and they have a huge community going on in South America. And so what we see here rising out of the truth movement is this solution of these global communities that are going to be self-sustainable and are supposedly going to bring this change in the world. And this is very similar to what the Bible talks about Israel, that there will be a new nation of Israel that rises up and that has community villages worldwide that are self-sustainable and that provide for everybody and are going to eventually, you know, take over the world and provide, you know, world peace, the kingdom of Yahweh. Except the Israelites are going to go by the Bible and follow Yahweh, and this group doesn't seem to have any biblical background to it. But there's going to be a lot of different choices for people to choose from coming up. Do people want to join the New World Order? Do they want to join this one community with the New Earth Nation? Do they want to join Israel? Do they want to join something else? And I just found this interesting when I saw this pop up today. And so thank you all for watching and for tuning in. And may Yahweh bless you all. Shalom, shalom.